Hello, friend. Welcome back. Today I want to delve into programming inside of Microsoft Access. There's a lot of power here in what you can do, how you can use Access, how you can interface with the user, automate tasks. But what I want to focus on today is putting your own touch on your applications that you build for users. Here I've created a small application to record incoming calls for tree requests for maybe a tree removal company. So I have a small form here. Phone call comes in from John Smith. The person types it into the Access database, address, and this is a default to today's date and what the request is. But what I want to do is put my own style onto this. So I have a image right now here that's blank, and I want to populate it with a picture of a tree or some kind of seasonal image. So let's go ahead and jump right into it and how that would work based on what today's date is. So step one is I just do a declaration for a couple variables, image path, and what season it is. So we have two strings that we'll be able to use anywhere throughout our modules. I'll go ahead and create a new module called image control, right? And instead of typing all this in, I've already typed it, so I'll go ahead and copy the first function we're going to use into this, and we'll take a look at it. This function is called form image control, and what it does is it defines that variable image path where I'm storing the bitmap files and the PNG files that we're going to use for this project. Of course, this would be changed to, if you're sharing this across an organization, it might be on a file share server or some location that people can get to it. Here I've notated when each season begins, just for my own use while writing this code. And the code itself is an if-else-if type statement where we determine that now is greater than or equal to 320, which is spring in this year, and now is also less than or equal to 621, which is the first day of summer. Then we'll return the season as spring, and then we'll else if the same information based on the dates of the next season, the summer, else if again based on the dates for fall, which we're in now, and or else I'm going to return winter. So this gets us what season we're in based on today's date, this code here. So that's the first function we're going to use. I'm also going to put in a title bar control so that the title bar will have a similar seasonal icon that it uses here in the same one. Now here we are just calling for the application icon, which is down here, to be image path, which is the location and the season and a bitmap. And then we refresh the title bar. So, all right. One of the important things to say here is I've already changed. This isn't a normal access icon, obviously, because you have to set this up. You have to set this up before, and you do that by going to File, Options, Current Database, and choosing your icon. So this has to be populated, and I also check this Use for Forms and Reports icon before the code will be able to update it. So it can't be a null value. It has to be turned on. All right, so now, as you can see, my winter icon is up here as my default. But from this point forward, it's going to change. So let's go ahead and edit our image control by clicking on the property sheet event and the form itself. We choose the form so that we go to on open, code builder, and we're going to go ahead and type in or copy in the code that is going to update this image, and we're going to call the function to update the image and call the function to update the title bar. So all we are doing is figuring out this, which is the image path and the season.png, and then we're going to update the image inside of the image control. So that code is in. We'll go ahead and save it, and we'll look at it. So the image itself is called here, and this is the fall image. So if this were after December 21st, it would be the winter image, which is a tree. I'll go ahead and show you those. You can choose anything you want, of course, but you know, the picture will be updated. There's winter, and the 4 icons or bitmaps that I use for the application. So as you notice, the application icons did not update. So let's go ahead and save and try to reopen this. Database. So now it did open to the correct icon here and down here. It's the fall icon, has the correct picture on it, and this works to add your own personal touch to programs. It doesn't have any function necessarily, but I've found over the years that users appreciate that personal touch, and it definitely makes it yours. So I really appreciate you taking a look at this video, and hopefully you guys have learned something, you know, picked something up that you could use, and remember that Access is a very powerful tool, and you can do many things with it, and we'll get into those a little bit later. So thanks for coming. If you appreciate it or anything that you saw today, please like and subscribe, and I'll continue to make these videos. Thank you.